some of it turns out to be for the best. I don't think it's ever what we envision, you know. I don't really know if that's the right wording. So I think that there's something much higher than us that keeps us on the path that we're going, as long as we don't make choices. I believe in free will. Let's just put it that way. I believe in free will. I believe that God is this much stronger power out there, and He's the one that kind of keeps me grounded. He keeps me on track. And for those of you that are not believers in Christ, I still believe that there is a higher power. I know that that's a term that's used in different organizations. I believe that there's something, whatever it is that your beliefs are, right? There's something, I think, that helps keep us grounded, keeps us on our path. But we all have the whole free will thing, and when we make choices that are bad for us, you know, I think that our higher power has to kind of say, okay, whatever, that's a you thing. You go ahead. I'm still going to be here for you, but I'm not going to tell you that that's the right thing to do. And I think we know, don't we? We know when we make those bad choices. We know when we shouldn't be, kind of that whole Jiminy Cricket thing. We have that going on in our heads, or the little angel and the devil on the shoulders. We all have that. We all know when we're making not so great choices. Well, I just want you guys to know that it does happen, and that, you know, it's not just you, it's not just me that it happens to everybody. And we just really have to do our best to say, okay, well, not this time. You know, it's, I feel like what I'm trying to say is not coming out right. You know, when you pass that pair of shoes that you really wanted, okay, and you're like, I'll come back and get it later, and then you come back and it's gone. So that's where I'm at. That's what I'm talking about. We do it with clothing. We do it with food. We do it with trips, with vacations, with travel, with people. You know, and when we do it with people, that is the part that is just sometimes devastating. And it's not just devastating for us that, you know, the person that says, I'll bring that person into my life later. I'll do it later. I'm not going to do it right now for whatever reason, right? Whether you think it's because of them or because of you or because of outside influences. But we're like, okay, I'll do it later. I'll ask that person out later. I will ask that person to go shopping with me later. I will ask that person to marry me later. I will ask that person to be my friend later. I will ask that person to be part of my life later. And then later comes, and that person's not available. They're not, the timing isn't right anymore. Maybe they are, maybe someone has said something about you in the between time, and now their view of you has changed. Maybe now they're in a relationship. Maybe now they've passed away and there is no second chance. So I guess maybe it's not so much about missed opportunities as it is about second chances. So I'm not saying to go for it, because it's not always the right thing to do. Especially when the person on the receiving end of that go for it is not ready, or is not available, or is not here. You know, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. When you go for it, when you feel it, when you want it, I guess I am saying go for it then. In that moment, go for it. Don't wait. The worst that could happen is that person can say no. Or, you know, they're not ready to hang out with you. They know, I don't want to go shopping. No, I don't want to, or I can't, or whatever. Don't wait. Because you never know what joy and laughter and amazing love that person can bring to you. You know, if you see that person on the street that is a transient, you know, that they don't really have anywhere to go, may not be anyone's first choice to talk to, but you have a desire to say hello to them, say hello. You may be the best thing that ever happened to that person. You know, if you are going to ask that person to marry you, ask that person. The worst that can happen is that they can say no. If you are going to ask that person to be your friend, ask them. They may be the best thing that ever happened to you. Or you may be the best thing that ever happened to them. Do not let that slip away, because once you let it slip away, it's so hard, if not impossible, to get back. If you have that love in your heart for someone, share it with them. Let them know, I love you. I want you in my life. Whatever the situation is. So, that is my little bleh for today. You guys, you don't even know how much I love you. Really, really do. You are in my thoughts. You are in my heart. And you are in my prayers.